In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the checkout widget, which you'll find over here on the left-hand side in the builder under widgets. And once again, like all of the widgets, you just drag it to where you would like it to be. So we'll just put ours right there in this example. And you'll see the full checkout experience just goes straight in there into the page. And we immediately are presented with these options, which I'm going to go through in just a second. So I'm just going to save that. And there we are. You can see that it's taken on the color scheme as well that we've already set for the website, which comes from here, the global styling. We've picked that brown. Therefore, when we drop a widget in, such as this one for the checkout, it will also use those colors. So it makes it really quick and easy to build things, as you can see there. So we can do the animation just as we can with any other widget by, making it zoom in from the left or right and come up from below, whatever you want. There's all kinds of different fancy ones. You can see them here. And then the next thing we can do is stylize it, which is just here, edit styling. And although it's taking on some of the global settings in the styling, you can also do all sorts of different things. You can really make the checkout fit your particular design of funnel or website. So the checkout background, if you want to, you can see it changing in the background there. You can do things like that and alter it a little bit. I'm just going to leave mine as clear. That's what this one is in the bottom right, by the way. That just makes it transparent. So whatever is behind that checkout will shine through. And then there's all these different settings. The order summary, you can change the font, for example, if you would like to do that. So play around with these. You can't go wrong, really. You can always revert if you make a mistake by clicking on the arrow at the top here. But just play around and get it looking exactly the way that you would like it. You can even customize the text. So we can change this to say next step. And there we are. It's just changed that button there right away. You've got the option to show these little two badges here, which help with conversions, the secure checkout page, because you're on an SSL encrypted web page, because all of our sites are SSL certified. So you can have that display in there. And then we can also show prices of products with the strike through when it's on sale, just to help highlight the fact that an item is actually on sale. So just here you would see a line going through this price if it was on sale. Then for mobiles, you can choose to show the order summary above the customer information. So it would appear up here on mobile. I'll save it actually and show you. If we switch to mobile, there you go. It's put the order summary above where they start entering their details. And that can be quite good if it just sort of gives them confidence of what they're ordering before they go and fill out all their details there, as they may not kind of scroll down to the bottom here. So that's something you can do with the checkout. And then we've got the settings right here. So lots of options here. We can send people to a specific thank you page once they've gone through the checkout process. We can choose whether to allow discounts, i.e. coupon codes, and they're set, by the way, in the store section. So you'll need to go to store and discounts, and that's where you can set up any coupon codes that you would like to use with your checkout. If we tick this box here, that asks people to basically create an account, or gives them the choice to create a full account. And when we do that, it means they're able to log back in and then see all previous purchases, access any digital downloads. They get their own kind of admin area. If you're selling digital products, you may not need to go and collect all their billing address details and everything. So you can eliminate that from the checkout to make it really fast and simple, especially if you're using payment providers such as Stripe to just check out and grab those goods. The next thing you can do is connect to email marketing. Every part of FastFunnels is connected to our email marketing. If you're using a third party that you've integrated with in settings and applications, the option to send people through to your chosen email marketing platform will be there as well. We can tag customers on new order. And as I say, we can select a list if we want to. Let's just put this in a list called customers. And then now that will just send people straight through into the marketing section and put them into that particular email list. We can also make them double opt-in. So once they've checked out, they then have to confirm their email so that we know we're emailing people who are definitely legit. We can tag people, as I've said, anything you want. You can call it like new customer. There we go. Create a tag. That lead now that goes through this checkout process will be tagged with that. But also what's really useful for a lot of people is you can customize the fields. Like you can ask for additional information at the checkout. And that's really handy for a lot of businesses, you know, if they want to ask some other things that are not included in the standard fields. And you could even choose where you want to ask it, at the beginning of the checkout, middle, or at the end as well. And it's probably best in most cases to do it at the end of the checkout process, just as they're about to press the buy button. So there we are. There's the details that you can add to the form when they go and check out. And then now let's talk about this part here, which is the products and how your checkout will be. So with fast funnels, you have the choice of using a proper sort of shopping cart checkout experience, or you can use a sort of one-page checkout where it happens right here on this page. Instead of allowing them to go and add a product, add another product, and then buy at the end like a normal traditional store. We can just get you here, we can select the products for them, and then we can make that available to them to choose when they're checking out here. So there you are. You see that I've made this checkout default to these two products. So it's very, very simple. You know, if you wanted to put this directly underneath an article about the orange chair and the mixed sofa, you could literally have the checkout there, right there, ready to go for those two items, so that someone can check out really quickly. You can add bump offers, and bump offers, so you would create the bump. I think maybe we'll do a separate video on the bump, but you would go and select a product which would become the bump. So let's say the wooden chair was the bump. You put in your headline, your title, and your description, and make it, you can make it active by default, which means that this offer gets added to the checkout. So in fact, no, let's do this now. So let's just say, insure, there we go, insure your furniture. And then, look after your furniture. And let's pretend that this is in fact like some kind of insurance. Let's put that there. And then we can show a badge as well if we want to, or not. You'll be able to see what that looks like if you go ahead and do it. And now we've got like a bump product, and we'll just edit that, and I'm just going to say active by default. And then when they go through the checkout process, that product will be there and selected as well. So it's like an additional offer that you add on to make more money, really. We can choose whether we want to allow customers to adjust. If we want to allow them to adjust the amount of products. So maybe if you're selling chairs, like in this example, you might want to allow them to buy a nice set of 6. So you've got a lot of options, and it's all here. Allow customers to choose the product to buy. So maybe, you know, they don't want all of the products, so they get to choose one or the other. And there we go, like A or B. So there's another way of doing the checkout too. And then styling wise, we scroll down, it brings you to here, and then you can go ahead and choose all of these different ways of doing things. But one major feature is whether you use the one-step checkout or the two-step. Now, what's good, the one-step will mean that everything is displayed on the page, including all the payment methods, the whole lot, and they literally will just fill out their details, purchase the items, completing order on one page, which may suit your business model. It just depends on what model that you have. However, what you also want, if I go to styling again, is this option, the two-step checkout. This is particularly popular for some products, and the reason why is that we're going to collect the customer's name and email address before we ask for payment, and if they do not finish that checkout process and they do not end up buying your product, we have their name and email address, and we're able to follow up with them via email automatically using our marketing section. So as soon as somebody enters an email list after putting this, their name and their email in, We can check to see whether they bought the items or not, and if they did not, we can then send them a follow-up email sequence, which is effectively a cart abandonment email sequence. So really useful. And as I say, this checkout can be added anywhere throughout your entire website. It can even be added into a pop-up. So if I wanted to, I could just take this, copy the checkout, and now I'm just going to create a new pop-up, add new, there we go, and we'll call it this, we'll make it empty. There it is. Now I can just paste this whole checkout straight into a pop-up, and we can add a button if we wanted to that launches the checkout in this manner using the widget. Just a straightforward pop-up, and there we have our checkout. So ultimate flexibility. It really is almost like a software within a software, this whole checkout process. Remember that if you want to add lots of different types of payment providers, you do that in store, and then you can connect all of these different payment providers, and obviously we're always trying to add more from around the world to make it really convenient for everybody. So that's the checkout widget. I hope you found that useful. Remember, if you need to learn more, you can go to the knowledge base. And if you need any support, please do get in touch with our support just down the bottom here, and then we'll do our very best to help you and move you along. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.